What does it feel like to navigate through someone's inflated ego? In that moment, you're faced with the frustrating reality of their self-absorption and insecurity. They fret over minutiae that most overlook, perpetually seeking validation and admiration. It's as if they fabricate anxieties to wield against others while incessantly lamenting. Are you prepared? Today, I'll unveil the inner musings of a narcissist by outlining the 10 preoccupations dominating their daily thoughts. First and foremost is their ceaseless preoccupation with their ego, fixating excessively on their outward appearance. For a narcissist, appearance holds immense significance as they obsess over presenting themselves in the most favorable light. Countless hours are devoted to scrutinizing their reflection, striving for perfection to garner respect. They meticulously curate their attire, cosmetics, and weight management routines, driven by an unrelenting need to measure up to and surpass others. They do the same thing in public places. They want to show off how good they look. People who are obsessed with looking perfect in front of their peers do so because they want to be liked and respected. This is a dangerous habit that takes over their whole life. When a narcissist acts like they are perfect, they are really just holding on tight to an idealized version of themselves. They love their looks so much that they are always trying to get better, which can keep them up until the wee hours of the morning. This idea that narcissists are crazy about how they look is known as illusory perfection. Because they are sure of themselves and friendly, narcissists may look like they have everything they need. One thing, though, is making them crazy: how other people see them. Everything they do is based on their name and image, and they'll do anything to keep it clean. To hide their flaws and mistakes, they put on a well-groomed front, but they know this won't hold up in real life. What gives them a weak sense of self-worth is getting other people to like them. For them, praise is necessary to keep up a false sense of greatness because they are hollow without it. They always worry about what other people think of them, so they lie to get favor and praise from those around them. Narcissists love the attention that comes with being seen as the best, so they will even lie to people close to them and say they are good at things they aren't. The fear of imperfection. A narcissist's dangerous search for perfection. For some reason, narcissists always try to avoid making mistakes because they don't want to show how weak they are. They don't do it because they fear making a mistake will make people think they aren't good at what they're doing, which is a terrible flaw they must never have. Because people feel like they need to be great all the time, they make more mistakes than they should. Being driven by perfectionism makes them want to be perfect in ways that are impossible for even the most skilled people to reach. But why does an ego need to be perfect so badly? They think that even small mistakes will cause bad things to happen because they feel like they are almost godlike. It is impossible for them to say they're sorry and accept they were wrong. To hide their flaws, they either put the blame on someone else or, in a grandiose fantasy, say that they were happy that the mistake never happened. 4. Narcissists can't move because they need to be praised all the time. Narcissists are very unhappy because they worry all the time about being alone. They worry all the time because they love being admired and getting attention all the time. There is a lot of time when they don't get what they want from the people around them. They think it is their heavenly right and that everyone should give it to them because they are so hooked on praise. But they don't know how to make real connections because they have a twisted view of friendships and relationships. This means they don't feel like they belong to any group at all. The fact that they are nervous and think that other people only deserve to live if they love and respect them makes their fear of being alone even worse. Nasty people are stuck in a cycle where they want approval and are afraid that it will be taken away if they are left to their own devices. 5. The bad thing about narcissists is that they are deeply afraid of being found out. Being dishonest is something that narcissists naturally do because they are afraid of getting caught and being known for it. This group is known for being dishonest, and the thought of being accused of something wrong makes them very scared. The narcissist is afraid to do anything that might hurt their image or make people leave them alone. Everyone else doesn't know who they really are because they spend their whole lives making up fake identities. Take away this and show them for who they really are. It would be terrible for them. They have to fight their whole lives to keep up their carefully made mask. Narcissists are always on guard and do everything they can to hide who they really are. They don't want to have to deal with the results of their actions or go back to the shadows they came from. 6. A narcissist's never-ending need for power. The fight for control that never ends. Something or someone needs to be in charge all the time. It's so important to them that we find it hard to understand. A lot of what's going on around them and how people see them is important to them. They're afraid that the harsh forces of the world will break down the character they've worked so hard to build. Because they want to be in charge all the time, they take over everything and use every chance to get power. To get power and control over other people and events, they trick and control them. When they set things up, they make sure there are no problems or mistakes and that everything is just the way they want it to be. They hate it when other people lose control because it makes them look weak, which they are not. They insult and put down everyone around them all the time to show who is in charge. A never-ending battle for power that breaks even the strongest wills. The only thing that can stop an ego is the never-ending battle to be in charge. 7. Narcissists always want to be better than others. This is called their need to win. Nasty people need to do well to keep living. They are only thinking about one thing: what they want. They don't want anyone to beat them or question their claim that they are the best. They're never happy with the way things are. They always want more. They seem to be lacking water. It's very important to this person that other people think about them a lot. They don't want to ruin the image they've worked so hard to build if they make a mistake. They are so scared that they can't move. For a narcissist, praises are more than just a treat. They show that you value them and agree with what they say. They work hard to be the best and beat everyone else. They will do anything to be the center of attention and be seen as the winner. They're not going to stop until they get what they want. It makes them feel good to focus on how great they are and think about all the little things they've done. They are so scared of failing that they do everything they can to keep up the perfect picture they've worked their whole lives to make. 8. The endless pursuit of perfection. The narcissist's never-ending search for flawlessness. There is nothing more important to narcissists than being perfect, and they do everything they can to achieve it. What other people think of them is the most important thing to them, because they want to always look better than everyone else. They are very focused on how they look and act, so they are always worried about what other people think of them. This makes what they are tied to what other people think. There are no breaks between each look, word, and action because they were all carefully planned and executed. Anxiety that makes you unable to move is often caused by thinking all the time that you will not meet their high standards. They need to be the most well-known person in the room and make it seem like they're great so that no one can figure them out and they can keep the sense of power that drives them. For a narcissist, how they look is very important, and they put in a lot of work to make sure they look good. Almost every part of their beauty routine is carefully planned to keep their look clean. No matter how hard they try, narcissists are always trying to be perfect, which can make their journey seem crazy. Being rejected and criticized leaves the narcissist with low self-esteem and angry defense mechanisms that look like scars. People are truly hurt when someone rejects or criticizes them. It leaves a scar that affects everything they do. These people are easily hurt by being turned down or criticized. They see any negative input as an attack on their image, which they have worked hard to build up over a lifetime. If they were found out, it would show all the problems they've been hiding their whole lives and ruin the image they've worked so hard to build. As a response, they often get violent and hit anyone they think is trying to hurt their weak sense of self-worth. Their weak sense of self-worth is held together by a thin thread. They might feel like losers and be open to harm if they make one mistake that breaks it all apart. People who are narcissists really need everyone to love them. They can't stand the thought of anyone not liking them. They'll do anything to keep bad things from being said about them, because they believe they can control what's said about them and stay out of trouble. This person is like someone who is drowning and is clinging to anything that will help them stay alive. It seems like they can't get out of their fear and anger. 10. Narcissists' need for approval all the time hides deep-seated insecurities behind their drive to be the best. People who are narcissists always try to be perfect, but their actions show that they know deep down they are not good enough. They always want to do better than their friends and get people to admire them because they are unhappy with themselves. Making changes to how they look and getting more money are two ways they show how much they want to be great. These fixes only last a short time, though, and they quickly feel like something is left out again. People who are narcissists are always afraid that they will never live up to their own high standards, even though they are sure of themselves. They feel anxious about simple daily jobs and interactions because they want to be liked and accepted by others. These actions start a loop that makes them even more reliant on what other people think. To feel good about their worth, they need affirmation. But because they are afraid of not being good enough, they want affirmation even more. Narcissists have a deep-seated sense of fear that is hidden by their need to be praised and praised again and again. Sign up for this channel if you want to hear more talks that make you think about how difficult people are. What does it feel like to navigate through someone's inflated ego? In that moment, you're faced with the frustrating reality of their self-absorption and insecurity. They fret over minutiae that most overlook, perpetually seeking validation and admiration. It's as if they fabricate anxieties to wield against others while incessantly lamenting. Are you prepared? Today, I'll unveil the inner musings of a narcissist by outlining the 10 preoccupations dominating their daily thoughts. First and foremost is their ceaseless preoccupation with their ego, fixating excessively on their outward appearance. For a narcissist, appearance holds immense significance as they obsess over presenting themselves